call this meeting to order at 12:02. Roll call.
Alex Cantu present.
Mary Hernandez present.
Armin Garza present.
Nereida Cantu present.
And Espi Ochoa present. I do declare a quorum, Dr. Sands.
Thank you, Ms. Ochoa. Can we all please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everyone.
Do you have any public comments?
We have no public comments.
We will move on to contracts. Can I entertain a motion for approval of amended resolution 2020-06 regarding delegation of authority during the COVID-19 emergency to the superintendent of schools?
So move.
I'll second that.
I hear a motion by Mr. Garza, second by Ms. Hernandez. Any discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Those against? Motion passes. We'll move on to business and finance. Can I entertain a motion for approval of standard form of agreement between owner and contractor for La Joya ISD, Dr. Javier Science Middle School HVAC renovations project as recommended by legal?
Also move.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Cantu and a second by Mr. Garza. All in favor?
Aye.
Hey, Dr. Sainz, real quick, can you just give an explanation on the situation and the logistics of that project and who's going to be housed where? Because I know I've got a couple of questions in regards
Yes,
to.
thank you for asking that question, Mr. Cantu. As we talked about at a work session, we're about to begin work at Dr. Science Middle School HVAC and Benavides Elementary roofing project. And one of the things we know is that at Dr. Science Middle School, it's not going to be finished by August. And so what we're planning to do is we're going to house the students and the staff from Dr. Science Middle School at Kika de la Garza Elementary building, because there's enough classrooms at Kika de la Garza Elementary to house all of the Dr. Science students. And the students from Kika de la Garza Elementary are going to be housed at Diaz Villarreal Elementary. Now, one of the things that we were told by the contractors is that they could have done Dr. Science Middle School in phases, which probably would have taken the whole year. And being that last year we did miss a lot of instructional days because the AC was not working in different wings, we decided that instead of losing those instructional days, we would house them temporarily at Diaz Villarreal so that the project can be done all at once. And we're hoping that it will be done by Thanksgiving or sooner. And so at that time, the Dr. Science Middle School kids and staff will move back into their building. At the work session, we also talked a little bit about Benavides Elementary because we are going to start to work on the roof within the next week. The contractor is telling us that they will probably finish by August, and if not, then there will not be interruptions into the instruction. However, we are prepared to move the Benavides kids to the Fordyce building in case we need to. We don't think we're going to, but we do have a tentative plan for that.
So just for the record, no schools are closing. It's just the renovations that are taking place.
We're not closing any of our buildings. I know because we've been working with the staff at Kika de la Garza. They know that they're not going to be in their building, but the only reason is so that we can make space to house the students from Dr. Science Middle School. So Kika de la Garza will be open and functioning for the 2021 school year. We're just going to house them temporarily at the Diaz Villarreal building. Thank you, Mr. Cantu.
Any other questions?
SB.
Yes, and for the record, Mr. Coach Salinas joined us at 12:04.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Salinas.
Thank you.
I do have a motion by Mr. Cantu and a second by Mr. Garza on approval of agreement between owner and contractor for La Jolla ISD, Dr. Javier Science Middle School HVAC renovation projects. If there's no further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion passes. Instruction and Student Services, approval of submission of 2020-2021 elementary and secondary school emergency relief ESSER grant application. Do I hear a motion for approval?
Also move.
Second.
Any discussion?
Doc, on this one, Doc, this is where you're gonna be able to do whatever you need to do if you can't catch us for a meeting, correct?
That was the first item that was approved, the resolution.
Okay.
This one right here is so that we can begin to claim some of our expenses due to COVID-19, the CARES Act.
And how does that look?
Do you want to elaborate, Mr. Trevino, on the application that you're working on for the CARES Act?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, members of the board. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. This grant application, it's a total of about $15 million, and it's part of the CARES Act. It's the ESSER grant, and in reality, it's not new money. It's the money that the state received from the federal government, and what they're doing is they're using the money that they receive from the federal government to replace some of the state funds that we were entitled to receive. Okay. But what we will be doing on this one is some of the expenses that we currently are paying out of 199 will be coded over to this particular grant. It is, so what they're gonna do, if we were gonna get $1 million from the state in local monies, state monies, they're reducing that $1 million and then moving it over to the 266. So in reality, we still have the same $1 million. So that's what they're doing. And we're moving expenses from the 199 over to the CARES Act so that we can get all that money.
Thank you, Mr. Trevino.
Sure.
Thank you, Mr. Trevino. Thank you, Mr. Salinas.
Any further questions? We do have a motion by Mr. Salinas and a second by Mr. Cantu. All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion passes. We will go into executive session under Texas Government Code 551074 at 12:10. We are out of executive session at 12:22 p.m. under
Okay, go ahead.
under
Madam President, I'd like to make a motion on the letter F, personnel, just items 1 as discussed in executive session.
Second.
I have a motion. I have a motion by Mr. Salinas and a second by Mr. Garza. Dr. Science, would you like to say anything?
Yes, thank you, Ms. Ochoa. To all of our employees, the 2019-2020 school year is coming to an end. Today is the last day for our 226 employees. And I would like to tell all of our employees that in spite of the fact that we have worked through COVID-19, we want to thank them for all of the work that they did. A big thank you to all our teachers that did an amazing job of providing online instruction, and all of the staff that have supported them, whether it was our school administration, our central office administration, our support staff, our custodians, our CNS department, our transportation. Everybody came together and we worked as a team and we provided educational excellence for all our students. So I want to thank our staff for making it a successful year. And I also want to thank our parents and our community because they have also worked with us. They've stayed with us. They've followed a lot of different instructions and directives that we either asked of them for their kids or themselves. So I do want to thank our community for being part of our team and making 2019-2020 a successful year. So to all our staff, again, thank you so much. Have a good vacation break, and we'll see you, because together or apart, we're going to shine bright in 2020, 2021. And just a special note to our parents, we did send you a survey so that you can give us feedback on how we did with online instruction, but also expect a different survey this week, at the end of the week, parents, because we do need for you to decide on, are your kids going to continue to learn from home, or will they be coming into the classroom? So expect a new survey so that you can tell us what your choice is for your student for 2020, 2021. So again, thank you all for an amazing 2019-20 school year.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Board of Trustees, for all of the support that you've given us through this different year from what we were expecting. We appreciate the support that you gave us, School Board of Trustees. Thank you.
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
to all of you too.
Thank you all.
We adjourn
Thank
this
you.
meeting at 12:25.